guys, my name is Maddie Edwards. Welcome back to my channel. For you guys that don't follow me on Instagram, it is Maddie_Edwards. Now recently I asked for you guys to make assumptions about me. So you obviously know by the name of this video that this is going to be an assumptions about me video. So let's just get right back into it. I will say that some of these have been very interesting to read. A lot of comedians out there, a lot of real weird ones, but I'm obviously not going to read those. I might just for, you know, shits and gigs, but let's start with the first one. I was going to put it up on the screen, like the screenshot, but it's too much effort and I don't know how to do that in the first place, but we're reading them from the iPhone. So let's go. First one is that I assume that you're not insecure about anything. Of course I'm insecure about a lot of things. I don't think there's one person in the world that is completely happy within themselves and think that they're perfect. It's just not realistic. So I'm definitely insecure about a lot of things, but I guess you just kind of live with it and come to terms with some of the things that you're insecure about. You love Josh and you guys will get married in the future. You never know what the future holds, but I love Josh very much and I would very much like to marry him. What happened to Shop Marley, your brand? So I kind of touched base on this in my recent video, but we've sold out of the first collection, which was amazing, but I have stopped working with the company that I built Marley with. So I've separated myself from them for many reasons that I don't think it's very professional to go into. So at the moment I'm looking for a whole new team that will carry on second collection, third collection and all that kind of stuff. But for now it's just kind of put on hold while I search for the right people to do that with. You come from a rich and wealthy family. Now I've seen this on a lot of people's assumptions about me videos. It's a very common question. I didn't come from a rich family. I definitely had a really good childhood and growing up, but we were never rich. Both of my parents worked and they had pretty normal jobs, so we were just like a comfortable Aussie family, but definitely not wealthy or rich. You've never had a job besides modeling. Wrong. I have had a job in hospitality, I've had a job in sales, I've had a job in retail. Hated them all, especially retail and especially sales. So modeling was not my only job. You eat a lot of bad food. No, I don't. I'm actually the most boring eater ever. I eat super clean, and if I want like a bad meal, I'll have like pho or dark chocolate. I'm like really boring. I love a good burger. Like I used to love a good burger, but I've kind of like, I don't know, I've kind of like gone off it lately, especially this year. You are really shy. I actually am quite shy. It takes a little bit for me to like open up and like show, I guess, who I really am. But if I'm put in a comfortable situation, I'll talk a lot and I'll like show my personality a lot. But yeah, I think I am quite shy for sure. That your life is super easy and happy all the time. Again, that doesn't relate to anyone in the world ever. I definitely have an easier life than some, I guess you could say, but I'm definitely not happy all the time. Like, no human being is going to be happy all the time. I'm really grateful for the life that I live and I'm very happy with what I have, but of course I have off days like every single person. You and Josh have broken up. No, guys, why do you think this? Josh and I are still very much together and in love, okay? Stop with these Josh and I have broken up things. That you're a really nice person, especially off social media too. I'd like to think that I'm a nice person. There was another one in here that says that you're a bully. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever bullied one person in my life ever. And I resent bullying so much, especially because I've been bullied on social media, which I think really, really puts things into perspective. And I hate bullying. I'm so against it. I have never been a bully and will never ever be a bully. It makes me so angry when people are so rude for no reason when they don't even know you. So no, that's not true. Some of these are very sexual. Very sexual. You're not really Australian and you have a fake accent. Yeah, mate. It's all fake. No. I'm very much Australian. I'm the worst at accents. Like, someone could be talking to me with a very, very strong accent. I wouldn't know where they're from. Apart from America, I feel like I could pick that up. But still, I don't think about that when someone's talking to me. I just like listen to what they're saying. I don't pay attention to the accent. So I physically can't even do another like country's accent. So no, I'm very much Australian. Aussie. You wear the pants in your relationship with Josh. Now, I'm very confident to say that I probably do. Maybe a little bit more than him, but it's pretty equal. We both respect each other a lot. But yeah, sometimes I can be a little bit bossy, especially when it comes to like cleaning and having the house like pristine. I think that's the only time where I like kind of dominate. I'm like, pick this up, like put the dishes away. You have good genes and naturally have a good body type even if you didn't train. Now, I played sports pretty much all throughout my childhood. I used to be a swimmer, like a national swimmer for you guys that didn't know that. So I've always had a very athletic build. I have broad shoulders, but I train pretty much every single day. I probably train 5 to 6 times a week. So I train every single morning. And if I didn't train, my body wouldn't change drastically. I just wouldn't be, obviously I wouldn't have much muscle or be toned. So I definitely have to work hard to get my body. I'm not just genetically blessed. Like, I've worked my whole life to have like a kind of athletic body. So that's not true. You and Josh have had a relationship with almost no fallouts. True. Very, very true. Josh and I very rarely fight, and if we do, it's just little tiffs and arguments that last probably 2 minutes before he grabs me and makes me laugh, or we make each other laugh. So that's very, very true. We definitely don't have a lot of fallout. We've only ever had one big fight, and that was well and truly over a year ago. You love dogs and want one, but just have to convince Josh first. No, we both really, really, really want a pet, but unfortunately in the apartment that we're in now, we're not allowed to have one. And we just signed a new 12-month lease here, so we're not getting one anytime soon. Especially because we travel as well, it would be very, very hard, I think, to look after him or her. I think when we want to have a family and settle down, that's when we'll get one. That you are very sexual. You'll never know. Sorry, my memory card was full. Love that. It keeps happening to me, so I had to delete a few videos. Someone said that you don't like Australia. Couldn't be more wrong. I love living in Australia. Every single time I go on a holiday and land back in Australia, in Sydney, I'm just like, ow. I just love Australia. I love home. I literally never want to live anywhere else, and I don't think I physically could. So that is false. I love Australia. You have had many boyfriends. I guess, yes, I have. I have had quite a few boyfriends in the past. I've always been a very much a relationship kind of girl. Not that I love having someone. I'm very quite independent, but I just always end up in a relationship. I don't know why. So yes, I've had quite a few boyfriends. You love partying and drinking alcohol. Do you guys ever see me go out? Ever? I'm like, I never drink apart from when I have like a glass of wine at dinner. When I never go out, ever. I love home. I used to when I was like, I don't know, between 18 and 21, but then I met Josh and then I kind of just settled down and became an adult. You didn't like Josh when you first met. That is, it's not like I didn't like him. I mean, I didn't like him in that way. I thought he was nice and like cool, but no, I didn't like him straight away. He definitely had to do some groundwork to win me over, but he did very, very well. Clearly, 2 years later, we're still together. But no, I didn't initially like him at first. It's not like it was love at first sight. Another one, you're a party animal. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. That you're a really chilled person who loves sport. I definitely think that I'm quite a chilled person. I do have a very chilled, relaxed personality. Ooh, email from Josh Carroll. Yeah, I do have a very relaxed personality, and sometimes people take that the wrong way. They think that I'm being, you know, standoffish, or I'm not really showing much interest, but that is just who I am. I'm very relaxed, just kind of keep to myself. So if you ever meet me and I'm like that, don't take it personally. That is just my personality. And yes, I love sport, always have and always will. You have a really happy and healthy relationship with Josh. A lot of Josh questions. Love it. Yes, we have a very happy and healthy relationship. That is true. You're very confident and an extrovert. I definitely have my days where I feel confident, but I'm not an extrovert in the slightest, I don't think. Like I said before, if I'm in the right situation and I feel really comfortable, maybe I could be portrayed as like an extrovert. But yeah, it just depends on the day and how I feel, I guess. You naturally have dark hair. True. I have dark brown hair, and I literally used to have hair that came all the way down to like my belly button. It was so long, but I cut it into a bob a couple of years ago, so don't think I'll ever go back brown. Maybe when I have like children. But this is my natural color. You can see the regrowth here. Should I dye it back? I've always been in like two minds about it, but everyone's like, no, don't. Anyway, yes, true. You want kids? Yes, I do. I can't wait to have kids. I can't wait to have little babies. I either want 2 or 3. Josh wants 2, but I want 3. So we'll compromise. We'll see how it goes. I assume that you're extremely family orientated and find it hard living away from them. This is very true. I love my family so much, and you guys don't really get to see much of them because it's not like I'm home every month, but when I do go home, when I'm home for like a couple of weeks, like when I went home for Christmas time, I was there for 2 weeks. Josh came for nearly a week, and when I left to come back to Sydney, I was on the plane and I was literally uncontrollably crying because I'd spent so much time with them and I hadn't spent that much time with them in like a year. So I was really, really sad to leave them. So much that I was back for literally 3 days in Sydney and flew back for another week to keep holidaying with my family. So yeah, I find it extremely hard living away from them. But I'm gonna move back when I wanna have kids and stuff, so it's not forever. I assume you have a boob job. No disrespect, they look amazing, and I'm sorry if you haven't. Oh guys, you guys have been on me for this for like 2 years, trying to make me tell you guys if I've had a boob job. I like to keep things private, but I guess if I'm starting on YouTube, I feel like I should just be very transparent about what I've had done. So yes, I've had a boob job. I had a boob job 2 years ago. Now I already naturally had Ccups, so I did have boobs already, but I just wanted like an assisted kind of lift, so I got a really tiny implant. But because I already had so much natural breast tissue, they were a lot bigger than I wanted them to be. So I'm actually getting them taken out at the end of this year because they're very uncomfortable. So girls that want to get a boob job, just like strongly try and reconsider, or at least wait till you've had kids. Look it up on YouTube. It's really not all that it's cracked out to be. I thought it was something that I wanted to do, and I think I had to do it to know that I didn't want them anymore. But I've waited 2 years, nearly, it's going to be 3 years when I get them out. So yeah, there you go. You all know now. so you can stop bugging me about it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was fun, and I asked you guys not to be that brutal, and you weren't really. I opened up all the questions, like bracing myself, expecting me to read some really horrible assumptions about me, but apart from a few like sexual ones, standard, they were fine. And there were a lot of really nice ones that I didn't read out. So everyone that said something really lovely, thank you. And thank you to the ones that sent legitimate questions. Sorry if the camera keeps like changing. My battery just went flat. Nothing ever goes like completely smooth when I film a YouTube video. Does that happen with anyone else? Something always goes wrong. Anyway, like I was saying, thank you to everyone that asked a legitimate question. I love you all, much appreciated, and I will see you guys soon.